All right, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why I choose gravel bikes over road bikes for my day-to-day commuting and leisure riding. Let's get it. A road bike is typically a bike designed for fast riding on smooth, paved surfaces. Some of the key characteristics of a road bike are that it has a lightweight frame, drop handlebars to put you in a more aerodynamic positions, narrower tires at higher PSIs, usually 23 to 28, even up to 32 millimeters, designed for reduced rolling resistance and higher speeds. Road bikes tend to have higher gearing, a bigger chain ring on their 2x, a drivetrain with higher gear ratios for maintaining these high speeds on flat terrains, rigid frame and fork, no suspension, which improves speed and efficiency on smooth paved roads, and they tend to be aerodynamic in their design. The components and the frames are optimized to reduce weight and wind resistance. Okay, so now let's get into the definition of a gravel bike. A gravel bike is a type of bike designed for riding on a variety of surfaces, including paved roads, gravel paths, and dirt trails. It combines features from a road bike, from a mountain bike, and a cyclocross bike, offering a versatile and comfortable ride. The characteristics of a gravel bike include wider tires, typically 35 to 50 millimeters for better traction and comfort on rough surfaces, a sturdier frame, often made of materials like aluminum, steel, or carbon to handle rough terrains. Now, I wouldn't say it matters as much whether it's a road bike, what the material is made of. They both tend to be made out of the same materials. Disc brakes, they provide reliable stopping power in all conditions. Now, disc brakes are pretty much on all styles of bikes, but gravel bikes specifically. Road bikes, there's still a lot of people who like the rim brakes, and in a lot of cases, rim brakes are faster if speed is what you're trying to optimize. Comfortable geometry, so the relaxed geometry is great for long rides and stability. It's also great for descending, going downhill. And the multiple mounts for racks, fenders, and extra water bottles, making them suitable for bike packing and touring. So that comfortable geometry puts you in a more upright position. Gravel bikes differ from road bikes in a few ways. The gear range. The gravel bike range is often wider to handle varied terrain, including steep climbs and fast descents. They might have lower gears for better climbing abilities on rough surfaces. So a gravel bike is kind of more the combination of it's closer to a mountain bike gearing, but it's kind of a combo between a mountain bike and a road bike. The chain ring setup. A gravel bike can commonly use a 1x like a mountain bike. You can also use a 2x. The 1x simplifies shifting, makes shifting faster, less mechanical issues, while the 2x offers more increments in the gears and gives you the availability for quite a wide range of speeds, and even often a higher top speed because you have 2 chain rings to choose from. The durability on gravel components are often more robust to withstand rough conditions. Sometimes the derailleurs offer clutches, so this includes tougher clutches, chains, chain rings. This can be true, this can't be true. So as someone who rides on a gravel, I would say, yeah, if you're not being competitive on your bike, you're not necessarily trying to be a weight weenie. You want more durability than you want to shave every single piece of grams that you can. The chain retention on gravel bikes, they have clutch derailleurs and narrow wide chain rings, and often that improves the chain retention so you don't drop chains when you're going on bumpy surfaces. So these differences help gravel bikes perform well on a variety of surfaces in varying conditions. So these are the reasons I tend to pick gravel bikes over road bikes in terms of doing day-to-day riding and non-competitive riding. One is because of the versatility. You can ride over more conditions. You can ride over gravel paths, dirt paths, bumpy surfaces, poor road conditions, potholes. It tends to be built to handle rougher conditions. The comfort, the upright geometry offers more comfort on these bikes, and so you tend to be in a nice comfortable position, which allows for high stamina and long rides, so you can go long distance because of the comfort. The wider tires, the ability to mount, in some cases, 50 millimeters and above tires, even put on mountain bike tires, and run those at lower pressure, offer a lot of comfort, which also adds endurance when the bumps of the road and the unevenness in the potholes are evened out. kind of gives you a little less fatigue. Also, the wider tires are awesome combined with the geometry for descending. When you're going down steep hills in the city or even on some dirt, that relaxed geometry just makes it way more confidence-inspiring in many cases going downhill. They're better for all year-round conditions, so if you live in a place with variances of weather, maybe snow, rain, icy conditions, it's always better to have a more rugged style of bicycle with wider tires that can handle these different weather conditions. And the last one is, number 5, is the adventure readiness. Initially, I rode a touring bike, and it had the option to get mounted up, and it rode really nicely once it was loaded. It still had a very nice feel once I put panniers on it. And so a lot of gravel bikes, especially in the non-competitive category, are adventure ready. So it's just ready for the mounts, it's ready to be loaded up. They've created a lot of cool accessories and bags for bikes now that make just going on day journeys or even multiple day trips really, really fun, especially even just commuting and getting around the city. So even though you're not as fast on a gravel bike in many cases, the amount of versatility that it has just makes it such a great option for someone who only has 1 or possibly 2 bikes.